Ladies and gentlemen, there are some who, from the moment they see you, begin to scrutinize every aspect of your life. They watch your every move, listen to your words, and try to understand your purpose. It seems as though they are fascinated by you, intrigued by your every step. But what they fail to realize is that this obsession is not about you. It's about what they wish they could become. You see, the world is full of people who are captivated by potential, not necessarily by the person. They see the spark in you, and it challenges their own insecurities, fears, and doubts. When you step into the room, you are not just an individual. You carry with you all that is possible, all that is yet to be realized. You are the embodiment of dreams, of aspirations, of things they wish they could do, but for whatever reason haven't. So they watch, they judge, they try to dissect you. Because what they don't understand is that your success is not just about what you have done, but who you are becoming. And the only thing they can do is watch, because they are too afraid to step out and be who they were meant to be. This obsession is a reflection of their fear of their own unfulfilled potential. They see the greatness in you and wish they could possess the same courage to pursue their own purpose with the same audacity. They wonder how you found the strength to move forward while they remain stuck. But let me remind you, it is not about their obsession with you. It's about their inability to face their own reflection in the mirror. When they obsess over you, it reveals something about them, not you. It shows that they are fighting battles within themselves that you cannot see. They want to hold you back, question your every move, and critique your path. But don't be fooled. The moment they are fixated on your journey, they are distracted from their own. And that is their battle, not yours. You must understand that greatness is not always understood by those who are not yet willing to go the distance themselves. You must recognize that your purpose, your vision, and your goals are yours to fulfill, not for others to define. Don't allow the obsession of others to deter you. Their words, their judgment, their critiques are simply a manifestation of their inner turmoil. You have a destiny that is uniquely yours, and it's time to walk boldly in it. There is no need for validation, no need for approval, because you are already validated by your Creator, by the dreams He placed within you. And as you walk this path, there will be those who criticize, who question, who doubt. But know this, they are not attacking you. They are fighting against the reflection of their own limitations. Keep moving forward. Keep pushing boundaries. Don't let the obsession of others slow you down. Your destiny is calling, and it doesn't wait for anyone. Keep moving toward it with confidence, courage, and clarity. This is for you, Joshua. By exalting great moments, it oppresses you better. People's obsession with you is a reflection of their own unmet desires and unfulfilled potential. Your presence represents more than just an individual. It reflects the possibilities they wish to attain. Those who are obsessed with you often focus on your success because it highlights their own fear and insecurity. Your purpose and destiny are uniquely yours and should not be defined by others' opinions. Your progress and success challenge the limitations of others, which is why they react the way they do. When you begin to move forward, whether in your career, relationships, or personal development, it serves as a direct confrontation to the boundaries others have set for themselves. Your achievements are a reminder that it's possible to overcome obstacles, to break through barriers, and to push past comfort zones. But many people, instead of embracing the lesson in your success, choose to react defensively. They feel threatened by what you represent because your progress exposes the areas in their lives where they have settled for mediocrity. It challenges their own beliefs about what's possible for them, and that challenge can often result in negative reactions. Rather than feeling inspired or motivated to act, some may attempt to minimize your success or deflect attention away from your accomplishments. It's easier to criticize what you're doing than to examine why they haven't yet moved toward their own potential. Your progress highlights the discomfort of their own stagnation, and instead of taking responsibility for their situation, they project their frustrations onto you. This reaction comes not from a place of malice, but from a deeper, more uncomfortable place. They see you achieving things they long for but feel unable to reach. And that's why they become fixated on you. In essence, they're not judging you. They're judging themselves. No one can truly understand your journey unless they have walked a similar path themselves. The experiences that have shaped you, the challenges you've faced, and the lessons you've learned are unique to you. They can only be fully appreciated by those who have gone through their own trials and growth. It's easy for others to offer advice, critique, or judgment when they haven't had to endure the same obstacles you face. People who haven't pushed through fear, taken risks, or sacrificed in the same ways may not understand the strength it takes to move forward. They only see the outcome, the visible result of your hard work, and that's what they judge. They miss the countless hours of struggle, the internal battles, the moments of doubt, and the persistence that kept you going. What they don't see is that your journey is not linear. It's filled with setbacks, detours, and moments of uncertainty. But your ability to keep moving forward is what separates you from those who have remained stuck. Their judgments are based on incomplete information. They cannot see the process behind the progress. The reality is that your path has been uniquely yours, shaped by the decisions and actions you've taken, and it's only those who have walked a similar road who can truly appreciate what it takes to get to where you are. They may never understand the depth of your struggle, and that's why they cannot comprehend the extent of your success. You must keep moving forward with your vision, despite the distractions that others may present. As you progress on your journey, there will always be distractions, whether from the opinions of others, their judgments, or their attempts to pull you into their own drama. But none of that should deter you from your purpose. People will try to derail you, question your motives, and even criticize your methods. But you cannot allow the noise from the outside to interfere with the clarity of your inner vision. Your purpose is too important to be sidetracked by the opinions of those who are not on the same path. The journey to success requires tunnel vision, an ability to focus intensely on your goals and move forward despite the distractions. If you let others' opinions, criticisms, or negatively weigh on you, you will lose sight of your vision and slow your progress. The path to greatness is often lonely and filled with obstacles, but it is yours to walk, and only you can define it. The more you allow others to dictate the course of your journey, the more you give away your power. The key is to stay centered, stay true to your purpose, and keep pushing forward, no matter how many people try to pull you in different directions. No one has the right to define your purpose or your path. Your journey is yours and yours alone. The moment you allow someone else's opinions, judgments, or fears to define your purpose, you give away the control that is rightfully yours. You were created with a unique blueprint, a specific purpose that no one else can fulfill. When others become obsessed with your life, your choices, or your progress, it is an attempt to impose their own understanding of success onto you. But their understanding is limited by their own experiences. And it has nothing to do with the path that was designed for you. People may try to influence your decisions, push you toward their own version of success, or even attempt to divert you from your goals. But you must remember that your purpose is not theirs to dictate. It is yours to discover, to nurture, and to live out. Don't allow others to define your journey. You are the only one who knows the full potential of your calling, and it is your responsibility to honor it, regardless of outside pressure or opinions. The obsession of others with your life often arises from their own need for validation. When people fixate on what you're doing, they often do so because they are seeking approval for their own choices or actions. If they can somehow diminish your progress or find fault with what you're doing, they can convince themselves that their own choices are justifiable. It's not about you or your journey, it's about them needing to feel better about where they are or what they haven't accomplished. The truth is, if they were truly secure in their own decisions and path, they wouldn't need to compare themselves to yours. Their focus on you is a reflection of their own insecurity, not an accurate assessment of your journey. Rather than celebrating your success, they attempt to minimize it, because your success directly challenges the narrative they've created about their own life. When they see you achieve things they feel they could have or should have done, it stirs up feelings of regret, guilt, or resentment. Instead of embracing that feeling as a call to action, they externalize it and place blame on you, thinking that if they can bring you down, they might feel better about their own lack of progress. But it's an illusion. Because the more they focus on you, the further they are from taking any action to improve their own circumstances. It's easier to tear down someone else's achievements than to confront the reasons they haven't taken the steps needed to achieve their own. When others become obsessed with your life, it's often because they cannot grasp the depth of your experiences or the sacrifices you've made. They see the results of your efforts, the outward success, but they don't see the hours of hard work, the moments of pain, or the determination it took to get to where you are. People often judge based on what is visible to them, ignoring the behind-the-scenes story that shaped you. They fail to recognize that every success has a price, and that price is paid in dedication, persistence, and personal growth. Their fixation on the external is a way for them to avoid the internal work that they must do in their own lives. Instead of acknowledging the value of the journey, they see only the final product and attempt to judge it from their limited perspective. As your journey unfolds, you will encounter people who are intimidated by your willingness to take risks. Risk is a powerful force. It's what separates those who stay stuck in fear from those who move forward into greatness. When you take bold steps, you challenge the complacency of those who have convinced themselves that safety and certainty are the only routes to happiness. Your ability to risk and venture into unknown territories makes others uncomfortable because it exposes their own fears. They begin to obsess over your ability to step into the unknown because they know, deep down, that they have allowed their own fears to keep them in familiar, predictable places. The more you risk, the more they are forced to confront the fact that they have not been willing to do the same. Your journey is unique, and no one can walk it for you. People who obsess over your path often fail to realize that the reason you are able to move forward is because you have taken full ownership of your life and your choices. The life you live, the path you take, and the successes you experience are the result of your own decisions. But for many people, this concept is hard to grasp. They are used to waiting for permission, for validation, or for the circumstances to align before they take action. Your ability to create your own opportunities, to define your own path, and to pursue your vision without waiting for the world's approval threatens their comfort zone. They may try to impose their ideas on you, believing that their version of success is the only one that matters. But this only highlights their lack of understanding. As you move forward, others may try to pull you back into their world of limitations and excuses. They might tell you that your dreams are unrealistic or that your goals are too high. This is a reflection of their own inability to see beyond their present circumstances. They have become so accustomed to the idea that life should be predictable, controllable, and free from failure that they cannot fathom a life built on risk, vision, and courage. When they try to pull you back, it's because they are afraid of what your journey represents. a constant reminder that they too could dream bigger, act bolder, and take risks, but they haven't chosen to do so. As you continue to grow, you must recognize that their obsession with your life is often rooted in their desire to hold on to what is familiar, even if it's limiting. It's far easier for some to cling to comfort, even if it's filled with dissatisfaction, than to step into the unknown and face the possibility of failure. Your willingness to push forward and challenge the status quo forces them to confront their own unwillingness to change. This makes them feel vulnerable because they know deep down that their current reality is a result of their own choices or lack of action. Instead of embracing change and taking responsibility, they direct their energy toward criticizing you, hoping that by doing so, they can divert attention away from their own stagnant situation. They want you to fix them. When others fixate on your progress, they may also feel a sense of envy, not because they dislike you, but because they wish they had the same drive, discipline, or determination to pursue their own dreams. Envy is often a sign of unacknowledged desire. They see your life, and it serves as a mirror for what they wish they could achieve, but don't have the courage or confidence to pursue. Instead of using that envy as motivation to take their own steps forward, they project it outward, criticizing or doubting your journey. In reality, they are not attacking you. They are fighting against their own unfulfilled aspirations. If they can find flaws in your success, they can silence the voice within themselves that is telling them they are capable of more. Lastly, your success challenges their comfort in a world where people often avoid change. Many people seek to avoid discomfort at all costs, choosing instead the security of a predictable life. But your journey, your willingness to step outside of the familiar and take on challenges, forces others to question their own complacency. They become obsessed because you represent the courage to break free from the limitations they have placed on themselves. You force them to confront the reality that the life they are living is a result of the choices they've made, and that change is possible, but only if they choose to embrace discomfort and growth. Your ability to overcome challenges and live boldly serves as a reminder of the potential for transformation that exists within everyone, if they are willing to take that first step. The obsession of others with your life often reveals their inability to confront their own unresolved issues. People who focus excessively on you are often using your actions and accomplishments as a form of displacement. Instead of facing their own fears, insecurities, or unmet desires, they channel their energy into scrutinizing your every move. This obsession is not about you. It's about them avoiding the discomfort of confronting their own limitations. They may criticize your choices, try to predict your failures, or even undermine your achievements, all in an attempt to avoid looking inward. It is easier to place the focus on someone else than to examine why they are not taking the steps necessary to change their own lives. This behavior stems from an inner conflict. The more they watch you grow and move forward, the more they are reminded of the things they have yet to do. Your success becomes a challenge to their inaction, and instead of being inspired by your journey, they view it as a threat to their comfort zone. Their obsession becomes a way of coping with their own stagnation. Rather than dealing with the discomfort of their unfulfilled potential, they focus on your life, telling themselves that you must have had it easier or that your journey was somehow different from their own. The truth is, your journey has been uniquely shaped by your actions, decisions, and mindset. Something they too could achieve if they were willing to face the discomfort of growth. When others become obsessed with your path, it often highlights their unwillingness to take personal responsibility. Responsibility is the foundation of success. It requires acknowledging that you are in control of your life and that the choices you make dictate the direction you take. Those who become fixated on you often have trouble accepting this truth. They would rather believe that their lack of success is due to external factors like bad luck or lack of opportunity than take full responsibility for the areas where they have not taken action. By focusing on you, they deflect attention away from their own shortcomings and place blame on outside circumstances, refusing to accept that they too have the power to make different choices and create a life of fulfillment. Your journey can be a mirror to their own potential, but it is a mirror they may not want to look into. The success and growth you exhibit stirs something deep within them, but instead of seeing it as motivation, the obsession of others with your journey often reflects their discomfort with their own identity. People who scrutinize your life and your progress are often battling their own internal conflicts and questions about who they are and what they're meant to do. Instead of confronting these deep-seated feelings of confusion or inadequacy, they turn their attention to you. It's easier to look outward and focus on your achievements than to reflect on their own lack of clarity or action. Your success, your choices, your journey. These things force them to question their own path, and for many, that's a question they are not ready to answer. It's simpler to observe and judge than to look inward and confront the uncomfortable truth that they may not be fulfilling their own potential. Speaking of becoming the absolute best, how can you be the absolute best of who you are? This external focus on you can stem from an inability to accept that they too are capable of change and growth. They may observe your resilience, your willingness to take risks, or the way you handle adversity, and instead of viewing it as a challenge to rise to, they see it as a gap between who you are and who they fear they'll never be. They look at you and think, if only I had the courage, or why can't I seem to do that? But rather than embracing these questions as an invitation to step into their own power, they dwell in self-doubt, which leads to criticism and judgment of your journey. Your growth amplifies the areas in their own life where they feel stuck. And instead of taking action, they obsess over your progress, hoping to diminish it in order to minimize the discomfort of facing their own fears. The more others become fixated on you, the more they reveal their own fear of failure. They see you taking risks, putting yourself out there, and facing challenges head-on, and it brings up feelings of vulnerability within them. Failure is a powerful emotion. It's not that they dislike you or want to see you fail, but your willingness to fail and keep moving forward contrasts sharply with their avoidance of failure. They have built walls around themselves to protect against the discomfort of trying and not succeeding. Your fearlessness in the face of failure threatens the walls they've erected to keep their own vulnerabilities hidden. So they begin to obsess over your life in an effort to convince themselves that your success is an anomaly, that you must have had an easier path, that you must have something they don't have, so they don't have to face their own refusal to take risks. In their obsession, they often miss the truth that your success wasn't handed to you. Every step you take has been shaped by choices, decisions, and actions that you've made along the way. When others obsess over your path, they see the results, the rewards, but not the process. They don't see the late nights, the sacrifices, the times when you felt like giving up, or the failures that pushed you to learn and grow. They only see the highlight reel and forget that every success story is built on a foundation of struggles and lessons learned through adversity. Their focus on the end result without understanding the depth of the journey leads to misjudgments. They think they can walk your path by simply mimicking the external, but they don't see the internal growth and resilience that were required for you to get to where you are. Your obsession with your journey is not just about their feelings of inadequacy, it's also rooted in their fear of the unknown. Many people are comfortable with the familiar, even if that familiar place is filled with dissatisfaction. Your willingness to venture into uncharted territory forces them to confront their own reluctance to leave their comfort zone. You represent the possibility of change, and that is an intimidating prospect for someone who is not ready to make the leap. Your boldness highlights their fears of uncertainty and the discomfort that comes with change. They would rather remain in a predictable, even if unfulfilling, life than step into the unknown and risk failing. Your courage, your ability to step into uncharted waters, challenges their deeply ingrained beliefs about safety and security. When others are obsessed with your life, they may attempt to undermine your achievements as a way of justifying their own inaction. It's easier for them to diminish your success than to confront the uncomfortable truth that they too could achieve what you have if they were willing to take the same risks, make the same sacrifices, and put in the same effort. By focusing on your faults or flaws, they can create a narrative that protects their own comfort zone. They can say, well, they only succeeded because of X, or they had an advantage I didn't have. Instead of recognizing that your success is the result of your mindset, discipline, and willingness to keep moving forward. This obsession is a defense mechanism, a way to avoid the painful truth that they haven't yet taken the necessary steps to change their own circumstances. As others obsess over you, they fail to realize that their constant comparison to you is holding them back. The more they focus on your life, the less energy they have to focus on their own. Comparison is one of the greatest barriers to personal growth. The moment you start measuring your success against someone else's, you stop thinking about your own progress and begin to define your worth based on external factors. When others obsess over your life, they do the same. They get caught in a cycle of comparison, constantly measuring themselves against your successes, which only serves to highlight the things they wish they had done differently. In the end, the obsession others have with your life is a reflection of their own internal battles, unmet desires, and fears. It is a reminder that everyone's journey is deeply personal. And just because others are watching, criticizing, or focusing on your progress, it does not change the fact that they must walk their own path to fulfill their own potential. Their focus on you stems from their inability or unwillingness to confront their own limitations, to take the necessary risks, and to embrace the discomfort of growth. If the goal is to become the best version of yourself, the discomfort of your own limitations will drive you inside. Your life, your decisions, and your progress are meant to inspire, not to be a source of judgment. Your journey is a testament to what is possible when one dares to step into their true purpose, despite the obstacles, the risks, or the challenges along the way. The attention others place on you is often a distraction from their own struggles and a misdirection of their own potential. Instead of becoming entangled in the noise of their obsession, stay focused on your vision, your purpose, and your unique journey. The road to greatness is not for everyone, but it is yours to walk, and it is your responsibility to continue forging ahead, no matter who is watching or critiquing along the way. Your success, your growth, and your courage are not only for you, they are meant to inspire those who are ready to take the steps necessary to live a life of meaning, fulfillment, and purpose, allowing you to share the gifts of your giving talents with the world every single day, awaking to your greatness and living your greatness.